This episode of It's Those Guys Game Review is brought to you by nothing. We do this for free. Hey, welcome to another episode of It's Those Guys Game Review. I'm Connor Jagger. This is Nick Silviano. I opened it this time.
And today's game is, and since I'm not giving it to you, you should throw it across the room all the time, is Xenoblade for the Nintendo Wii.
That game.
So, you know, big, I wouldn't say controversy, big hype on this game, big backstory on this game. It originally came out, I think it actually did come out in 2010, I believe, over in Japan, and they ported it to Europe. And there were actually no plans whatsoever to bring this game over to the United States, because for some reason Nintendo was being stupid about it.
I don't know why.
I know, it is like, they're like, no, we're not going to bring that over there, nope, not going to do it, no, why not? Because we don't want to. But thanks to the efforts of Operation Rainfall, we finally got this game over here like 3 years later or something.
2 out of 3 games, this being the first one we got.
Other 2 playing games are, I know we're getting Last Story. I think it's still up near about Pandora's Tower. I don't know what's going on with that. So anyway, Xenoblade, right?
Isn't it like a sequel to the Xenosaga series?
It's part of the Xenosaga series. Xenosaga has been going on for a long time. It started out as Xenogears on the PS1 many years ago.
Xenogears Solid.
Originally done by, I think it came around the same time as Metal Gear Solid. Or was it Final Fantasy VII? It came out, and it was a pretty big hit. It was originally by Squaresoft, but eventually the people who invented it broke off from Squaresoft and took the series with them. And that's why we had Xenosaga and eventually Xenoblade Chronicles for the Nintendo Wii. So basically, you're Shulk. Weird name.
That's not the weirdest name for a main character to have, but...
The main story, well, the beginning of the story is there are 2 big giant gods who were for some reason fighting on a planet made out of water.
Well, they're not gods, they're robots, but people
gods,
say they're
robots,
gods.
I don't know. They're probably gods to them, I don't know. Transformers, whatever.
Bionis and the Mechonis.
Bionis and the Mechonis, they were fighting on a...
Honestly, looks like something that came... honestly looks like robotic Pokemon.
They were fighting like a giant ball of water, and they killed each other while in the middle of battle. So, while they sat there dead for like millions of years, life grew on them. And then we're where we are today with
this is one of the weirdest storylines I've ever seen. 2 robots kill each other, so hey, life grows on them.
Human life grows on them. Both. Weird, huh? So anyway, on the Bionis, which is like where the main story takes place, you are Shulk, and you meet various people out there throughout the game called Homs. I guess they're like their version of humans.
Homs.
In a quest to take vengeance on the enemy of the Mechonis because they killed Shulk's probably girlfriend. I don't think they ever established that, but whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much what you're getting into, and along, you know, typical RPG fare, you go along the way, you meet new characters, some mysterious, some are your friends, some are your enemies, and stuff like that.
RPG.
Pretty much, you know, standard RPG stuff right there. Voice acting is actually pretty good. I mean, they didn't even bother to make new voice acting probably here. They just used the European voice actors, which again, ask the question, why the hell didn't they just bring it over here in the first place? Why did there have to be some big controversy? They already had it in English, wasn't that hard to bring it over here? You know, they finally did it.
Operation Rainfall.
So, battle system, what do you think? How would you describe battle system?
Reminds me of White Knight Chronicles a little bit. It's the same structure, but a different way to fight.
I think, like White Knight Chronicles had a bunch of different elements in their battle system. This is no different, you know.
White Knight Chronicles 2 was fast-paced.
Kind of like White Knight Chronicles. You had the auto attack, kind of similar to,
Actually, White Knight Chronicles didn't have an auto attack. It's wait for the bar to fill up, then hit X.
I was getting to that.
Oh, well, whatever. Sure.
Just let me finish.
Here, I put a word in your mouth.
Thank you. That was our bad attempt at comedy right there. So anyway, and kind of like, I'd say like kind of like Dragon Age, when you're in battle, as long as you're targeting on something, you auto attack, and you have like little things on the bottom, which are your special moves, and they have like a cooldown period.
Cooldown.
Again, much like in Dragon Age, you try to use them, and the bar's got to refill up again to use it. Now the main character, Shulk, has the Monado. That's the name of the weapon.
Which honestly looks like it was ripped off of a motorcycle from a futuristic age.
And he basically he has a second set of attacks that are based on Monado, and you can do things like do a super attack, beef up your characters, shield your characters, make one character like super quick and stuff like that. You can also level up the special moves, and you can like do so many levels, and then when you reach a certain point, you have to buy books to increase the levels, so you can get even more levels.
Yes.
And leveling up, you kill monsters, and by doing that, you get money and experience points and the AP, which you need to power up your moves. What else?
The game's I'm not sure what word to use. Dossier. A relationship chart, heart to heart, all that.
Oh, yeah, something like that too, like a affinity
chart.
Yeah.
I don't get it. There's like people all over the world, NPCs can end up on there. I don't get it.
I'm still trying to figure out, because I've only been able to do one heart to heart. I go all these heart to hearts places and they say you cannot do this yet. Or I had the two characters as you can do the characters anytime, but nothing happens.
Mm.
I don't get that.
But on the subject, but with the heart to hearts, basically you have a one-on-one conversation with your
the member of your party.
With a member of your party, and you basically talk to them. And if you answer right, hearts go up in the air. If you answer, they go down.
Yeah, if you do the wrong answer, the hearts go down.
And you feel like shit.
If you do something good, the hearts go up. Again, kind of like the approval rating of Dragon Age.
Friendship of Dragon Age 2.
Well, they're really taking a bunch of stuff from other games, aren't they?
Hey, why not?
You gotta start from somewhere, right? So anyway, another thing was the music. Oh my goodness, the music. It is... I think it's great. What the hell is... That's what you get when you get a partner with ADD. So anyway, the music is pretty good. It really lends itself, and there's like big epic moments happening during some battles. It's just great. You will find that music stuck in your head for days. You might even find yourself humming it every now and then. I haven't yet, but you never know. But then again, I'm not much of a hummer now, am I? Shut up.
I like that's the first thing my mind traveled to.
There's no coming back from that, so let's just move on. Alright? So, yeah, let's go ahead. Forget.
Yes!
Let's move on. There's no coming back from that. So, anyway.
Don't try to deny it. You said it.
That's basically the game, and the environment is vast. I mean, seriously. You are just... And it's really interactive. You can, like, climb... Well,
it's like the Elder Scrolls.
There's parts you can climb. You can jump.
Vast.
You have just like big open fields among you. You can go a set path. You can go all around and fight enemies to gain HP or pick up items,
and run into gangbangs of monsters which kill you.
That is something that like a downside of the battle system. That like if you get too many like I think the most you can do at a time is like 3. Maybe earlier on. Later on when you get further in, you can probably take on more. But if you get like start to get like you said gang raped by like a group of 5 or 6 monsters, you're screwed. I mean, seriously, you can do whatever you want.
I'm sure some party members have like this area attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You better hope you get it out fast enough, though.
So, like, what's it? Oh, damn, I was gonna say something else. And oh yeah, you also have the little bar on top. When you get to all 3, you can do a team attack,
which is probably how you take out all those enemies.
Which you cause to topple like a big enemy and do more damage. Also, with these 3 bars, say if you get a character that gets knocked out. You run up to them, you hit a certain button, and the character will revive. Or if they're incapacitated, you help them up. And you can use 2 different kinds of controls, the nunchuck and Wiimote, or you can use the classic controller. Me personally, I like going with the Wiimote and nunchuck because I just think that's fun. And there's no motion controls whatsoever, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And also, it's a plus side that you can actually save like anywhere you want. The other thing is if you guys reach certain checkpoints, if you die a little further, and you'll be warped back to that checkpoint. A little tip: if that happens, save in one spot, like halfway through or close to where these parts where you might die, and then just if you die, load up so it'll be closer where you were before. You don't have to run all the way back there.
What do you have to say about grinding for certain battles?
It's kind of necessary.
On what level do you think grinding needs to be done?
I think you need to at least be on the equal level of the character you're facing, or maybe 1 or 2 above, because at boss levels you'll see when you're fighting.
Or in my case, just kill everything I see, even if it is an innocent monster.
Or you can do that too, because some battles you can choose, some battles are chosen for you, like the sometimes enemies will like find you and not like you and want to kill you, and and others you just need experience points, so you want to kill them and get them. So it's kind of a good trade-off.
Reminds me of Grandia, where you had to fight everything so you could gain those, so you can get all that experience.
One of the things that it's not a problem, but it kind of is the camera. You can't adjust it whatsoever. Like if you go to run in a certain direction, the camera will auto itself to go behind you and get in the right position, which is good, except for the fact that sometimes the camera's in a position where you don't know where you might be, and you could fall off a cliff and die.
You can fall off a cliff and die?
You can fall off cliffs.
That hasn't happened to me.
You can fall off cliffs. If you like land in water, like you'll be fine. You can just swim. But if you like land on solid ground, you fall out, you're dead, and you like go back to the last checkpoint you're at because you died.
So, but a game over screen appears, right?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't say game over. It just like the guy like dies, and you get warped back to the original point. So pretty decent battle system.
Do your friends go off the cliff if you accidentally jump with you?
Yes, but only you die.
Because you were saying, it's like you said.
Well, what happens
if you jump off the cliff with your friend? If your friend jumped off the cliff, would you do it too? Yeah, but I live.
If you're like in a position where you go ahead of your group, your party members will like teleport right next to you anyway. So if you fall off the cliff and you land, as you're dying, the characters will teleport right next to you.
Can you imagine that? I jump off the roof and you just whoa. No.
Wait a minute. We could be honest. Anyway, so.
You wish you were on something.
Alright, that's basically the game in a nutshell. It's a pretty decent game if you're into JRPGs. A category of games that is sadly kind of dying out in this generation. Hopefully they'll make a return.
It's only dying... The reason JRPGs are dying out is because of the...
Let's not get into that for now. We'll deal with that later. Well, a lot of people aren't really onto the JRPGs anymore, and it's a shame because we're getting some good stuff and almost missing out on stuff like this. So if you have a Wii and you want to play good JRPG, because it didn't really have a lot, this is a good one to get. Go for it. You'll love it.
This is the real swan song of the Wii.
Not unless the last story comes out. So there's still time, people. Alright, so that all being said, I rambled on long enough. I'll go ahead and give the game a 6 out of 7.
6.
So it could have been
6,
almost
6.
perfect, but there are some situations where it just kind of pisses me off, and I'm just like, game. And I have to like put down the controller and take like the rest of the day off because I'm like, I can't deal with that right now.
The monster that attacked him when he didn't want it to.
So like that. Oh, also sometimes you'll be in battle and there'll be like a level 90 monster somewhere nearby, and if they see you, run unless you're like close to that level. Otherwise, they're just gonna and you're dead.
Why would they put that in the game? I guess it's like a challenge monster.
Probably like a challenge, and maybe something for you to, maybe some incentive for you to go back later. It's like, all right, you big giant level 90 monster, I'm coming for you. I'm maybe a level 25 now. When I get back, I'm gonna be level 90. I'm gonna whip your ass.
Which brings up the question: is the maximum level 99, 100, or 200?
I don't know.
Because if it's like level 90, shouldn't they be going by Star Ocean logic, where it's like you can go up to this level?
Star Ocean. Alright, so anyway, this has been another episode of It's Those Guys Game Reviews. We will see you, and you, probably not you. I think you're going to unsubscribe because you do for some reason. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Alright, see you next time.
Muy bien.